Okay, what's up, everyone? We are here with the very first episode of the CLE experience powered by the Property Mattress team and Affinity Group. So excited to be here. My name is Kevin Ramsamy. We have Julie Hoxton here, and we have Alex Dargay.
Good morning.
How you guys doing?
Good morning. Good morning. Good.
Good morning.
Doing good today. So we had our assignment for Berea.
Yeah.
Yep. So what we're going to be doing each week is we're going to be breaking down a different city, talking about everything that it has to offer, from schools to the community, events, history behind it, shopping, restaurants, any sort of outdoor, amenities that they have. And this week, first episode, we are breaking down Berea.
Yeah. So obviously all of us have a place to live. I live in Berea with my family, so it's near and dear to me. This is this is a great place for I felt like to raise a family.
Mm-hmm.
And so Berea was actually founded in 1836. And I was looking at, not to get off the subject about houses, but I was looking back at my history. I've sold 29 houses in Berea in the last 4 years. And a lot of them were built in the 1800s, which I just think is so cool,
They're all century homes.
Yeah, so cool. And the oldest one I found was 1834. Jeez. So actually before Berea was founded. And there's some caveats that go along with these old houses. We go, and we've talked about this before, but, you go in and you find the floors aren't quite even, and, the house is settled. It's okay. It's not going anywhere, But you do have to check the foundation. Bathrooms might be in weird spots because they didn't have running water back then, so you find different things in houses this way. And we said this before, too, about the cellars. Maybe to get down to the basement seems weird because there's this build-out. Well, it was probably just a cellar door before. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. In Berea, I think in other cities in the Cleveland area, you find a lot of things like that.
So did those have the historic plaques on the front? I know a lot of them do.
Some of them do, yeah. You actually have to register. So you can register with Berea directly. We have a National Historic Society in Berea on East Bridge Street. So you can register your home with them or on the National Historic District, which requires a little bit more. The thing about if you do that with historic homes, though, is you have to keep the integrity of the home as it was when it was built, and sometimes that's a tough thing because if they have slate roofs or the walls. I mean, the walls a lot of times were brick. In Berea, a lot of times they were sandstone because where we're founded on. That's what we were founded on. We're the quarries in sandstone. So I know you guys, when we're out and about, you probably saw a lot of that with the sandstone. Each of us kind of took a part in this. So my review is on schools and community things, where Kevin was more based on, restaurants and shopping and things like that. And Alex did more of the, well, you tell him, Alex, what you did exactly.
more of the outdoor amenities, things to offer, nature side of things. And then Brian as well did the history and events, which he couldn't make it today since he's home sick.
He's homesick.
Get better, Brian.
So get better, Brian. So anyway, we all just had some different really cool things to contribute, and I'm anxious to see the video that everybody took. But having said that, as far as schools go, we have Grindstone Elementary. That's our elementary school. It's from kindergarten to fourth grade. If you don't know this, Berea and Brook Park and Middleburg all run together as far as their schools go, but the elementary schools are all separate. So Grindstone Elementary is right by our Board of Education building. It's on Race Street, and I think it was built about 10 years ago. I'm not positive on that. Maybe a little longer.
It was very recent.
Yeah. I mean, it was, my boys were out of there before it was built. But that's what the elementary school is. And then the for the middle school, it's Berea Mid-Park Middle School, and that's actually in Middleburg Heights. Mm-hmm. And that's 5th through 8th. And then the new high school was built literally like 2020, 2021 was the first year graduating. $67 million. and it's 283,000 square feet.
Good Lord.
So, like, to put that in perspective, Home Depots are about 50,000 square feet. Nice windy day today, but we're at the Berea Mid-Park High School. This school just opened in the 2020-2021 school year. $67 million build out and 283,000 square feet. It's huge. Look at this entryway going up. But this is an amazing place. It houses 9th through 12th grade and has a swimming pool, track set up in the back, and has about 1,900 students right now.
Jeez.
So
I remember
really,
when it first came up, I know Alex and I were talking about this before. It was like, it's one of those high schools that you've seen in the movies.
It's got like those big steps.
Big staircases,
these grand steps and everything. Yeah, and a pool still. You know, they had a pool before. But, yeah, it's just massive. And I know, you know, you guys went to Berea Mid-Park, correct?
Yeah, we both graduated in 2016.
So you didn't get to see the new school.
No, we
just get to see the tax dollars afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were using up the rest of the old building, and they got rid of it.
Rest using it up. Well, it's supposed to be pretty phenomenal. So,
do you think they'll ever change the name of it, or do you think they'll always keep it Berea Mid-Park? Because I know they did that to keep like Berea and Mid-Park happy, but I wonder if they'll ever change it.
That's a good question.
I don't know, because it's Berea and then Mid for Middleburg and Park for obviously Brook Park. So it kind of goes together since it's all the cities, but I hope, you know, and it's in Berea, so it kind of makes sense that that's first.
Right.
Anyway. So, why don't we talk a little bit about, Kevin, some of the different places that you saw and found, and, you know, I know you were on Front Street. That's a big area for us.
Hey guys, so I'm currently in what the locals call the Berea Triangle. This is one of the main attractions in Berea. Super local, a lot of local vendors, a lot of local businesses, and people love coming out here, spending time with their families. You see right there, it's Igloo's froyo shop. There's Sweet Mango Thai restaurant, and the list goes on and on, but there's a lot of local things around here, so let's go check them out. Yeah, definitely. So I don't know did you research the Baldwin Wallace at all?
I didn't do a lot of research. I took photos and
cool.
video.
Yeah, so you guys will see that right now. But Baldwin Wallace is an amazing school in Berea. It's a college more so towards liberal arts, I believe, and the music centers are huge there. So you'll see down Front Street is a lot of the college buildings with the music district, and you'll see in the Berea Triangle actually is one of the main shopping districts in Berea. And now we're moving past Sweet Mango, the Thai shop, and then also Cornerstone Brewery right here in Berea. Gorgeous place and really good brews. Also been there myself. We're coming up. I'm at a red light. Coming up to Dick's Bakery right here. Dick's is one of the best bakeries in Berea, Ohio. They're very well known locally, and you know their hours they're short for a reason. You know, they have good product and they sell out super quick, so it's just a matter of making everybody happy. So guys, all in all, the Berea Triangle and Front Street is a very sociable, very fun, family friendly, welcoming environment to be in when you're in Berea. Definitely come check it out. It's on the corner of Front Street and South Rocky River Drive. So definitely come check it out if you're in the area. And that has a lot of local shops, so a lot of mom and pop shops, as well as, you know, local bakeries. Super fun around there. I remember I went to, Three Girls Cupcakes was a newer cupcake shop in Berea, and that place is delicious. Voted #1 cupcake shop in Cleveland, 2018, 19, and 20. So that's amazing. Currently standing in front of Three Girls Cupcake Store, voted #1 cupcake shop in Cleveland in 2018, 2019, and 2020, which is amazing. Their cupcakes are delicious, and I've had it myself. They're not open right now, or else I'd go in and taste test for you live. But cupcake store. Next, we got Igloo's, like we were talking about. Igloo's is an amazing froyo restaurant, very local. You know, nothing's really chained around here. Nothing's really chained around here. So, Igloo's, amazing shop. Cool owners too. And then down the strip, in the Berea Triangle, there's Sweet Mango coming up. Take you to that. We actually just went to, I'll let Alex introduce this, bought chicken beer yesterday, but it was a great place, and there's a whole bunch of like little shops, Igloos, so that's amazing on the Berea Triangle. Then you go down Front Street, And you run into all these really nice, again, mom and pop shops, but like they're bringing in a lot of business because they're doing what they do best. It's specialized shops. So, when you drive by Berea, you see this one with all the statues everywhere.
Yeah.
And like the lawn ornaments and everything. So they specialize in that marble carving and the stone carving. So it's really cool. And then also my favorite, you'll probably see this in the video, Kid Force Collectibles. I grew up nerding out at Kid Force Collectibles every weekend, every Friday night Magic, if you guys do that. But it's a really good place. In terms of other shopping, you have your chain restaurants, you have your, all down Bagley Road. Bagley Road is the main road that cuts through Berea. Hey guys, Car Kev here. Now that I'm driving through Berea, I'm actually seeing a lot of places I missed that were not on the featured list, so this is just honorable mentions. We got Tony K's. It's a really nice restaurant and bar in Berea, closer towards the Olmsted Falls side. We've got Mouton Creamery going eastwards on Bagley. Mouton Creamery is super good. One of the best ice cream places I've ever had. They did have one in Middleburg Heights where I actually live, but one of them moved out to Berea, and they're still here, which is awesome. Some touches on the shopping. So they got a Mark's right here in the same plaza as Mouton Creamery. And then also towards the Berea Triangle, there is a Giant Eagle. So all your shopping needs, all your grocery needs, they're all covered in Berea. Definitely need to come check this place out. Or one of the main roads, I should say. And it has a lot of chain restaurants as well as a lot of, again, local shops, because that's what Berea's centered around, family business, family oriented. Very nice there. I probably shouldn't say that. That's all right. We'll cut it out. But yeah, very, very inclusive, very friendly area. So,
Julie, have you ever been to the shop? Sorry to cut you off.
Good.
I've been going to the shop since I was a kid. So I grew up in Olmsted Falls and used to ride my bike there. It was pretty far. Probably my parents didn't know, but yeah, I love the shop. John and I actually still go there. Have you guys gone?
I went there for the first time this past week when we
Oh,
were checking it out.
it's
And that
such a
place
neat
is
place.
it's so neat. It's like the layout's so unique too. They just have a bunch of just random things that are cool.
Yeah, they have a ton of cool stuff, and I think that's what's kind of neat about Berea too is, so there's a Hallmark shop on Bagley, in a plaza. They've got a lot of local people who sell their things in there as well as the shop. So the shop also has local artisans that have different items in there. It's if you like to shop and try and support your local folks, there are a lot of things like that. We have a lot of barber shops. Surprisingly, we have a lot of salons too. Several salons, but barber shops. We have massage therapists, plenty of eye doctors and regular doctors. I've seen a lot of new eye doctor places lately on Bagley. We have a chiropractic service on Bagley. So I feel like really there are so many things here for people, and it is really family oriented. And one of the things Brian, our counterpart that couldn't be here today, he was going to talk about 3 different events, and we have some video of that from one of the gals at the Berea Community Center. But
we're here with Megan Pachadik. She's the event coordinator for the city of Berea. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good, I appreciate you taking this time.
Sure.
I know you're very, very busy, so we'll try and keep it short and sweet for you. We want to cover a couple of events that the city of Berea has here, and they have a lot of them, so we're just going to try and narrow it down to a couple, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Sure. I believe it's called the Summer Concert Series that you guys have down Coal Lake.
Yes.
Correct?
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about how this year went.
Every year it grows. We started in 2018, and I feel like every year we get more and more people that attend. And originally when we started our concert series years ago, it was more geared towards seniors, but we realized there was definitely a need to touch base on more family-oriented things for other concerts too. So we started, like I said, in 2018. We're doing it a few years now, and it went really well. And thankfully our weather has been great, so that's been a huge help. But yeah, so we do 6 concerts a year, start in June and go through July. And we start as early as 6 o'clock and they end at 10. So it's just fun on Friday nights here in
Rain or
Berea.
shine?
Rain or shine, yes.
Awesome. Any bands that we would know or hear of, or a lot of local guys that we might know?
Actually, we do a few local bands, but we try to get bands that you don't really see here and often. Like our Departure band, they're a Journey tribute. They come from Atlanta, Georgia, and they are a fan favorite for sure. So they've been coming since the start of it in 2018, and they're a lot of fun. We have country singers come from Nashville. We've had some bands come from like this 20 Ride. They're a Zach Brown tribute, and they come from the Carolinas. So we like to get bands that you may only see at Berea or are not from around here. So that's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Then, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to see those guys anywhere else except for there, so
right.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
How big do crowds usually get?
It's really hard to gauge because the park at Coal Lake is just so big and there's so many entry points. But we think about 4,000 to 6,000 people on average on a Friday night.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is amazing.
Yeah. So.
Is there like food, beverage, that kind of thing there too?
Yeah, we have food trucks, a variety of food trucks that come out every Friday. We have a beer tent, and yeah, it's just a happening place for sure.
Any food trucks you want to give a special shout out to that you really like that are there, that have been there like since the beginning, that continue to come?
You know, we like I said, we like to have a variety of people. We like to try to bring in the local ones as well. So we have Boss Chicken Beer here in Berea. They started out with Boca Loca Burrito, and then now she's got the Boss Chicken Beer. So she comes every week, or every year, I should say. So, but yeah, any shout out to any food trucks if they're interested, let me know.
Oh heck yeah!
So
absolutely.
yeah, we like to have a variety and support local. So
yes, we'll support local.
Yeah.
Any big changes for next year?
I don't. Everyone wants to add more to our series instead of 6, and we've had a great response in sponsorships this year. So if we can continue with getting a lot of sponsorships, we could probably add more bands and more schedule to our schedule. But as of now, everything it just works. Everyone likes what we do on Friday nights, so we're just going to continue to do the same thing.
Bring a blanket, bring a lawn chair.
Bring a chair, bring a blanket. Yep.
Is there one designated place for parking, or is it just, wherever you want?
It's wherever. We have some limited parking here at Coal Lake, but we a lot of people park it down at the Metro Parks or in some surrounding businesses at the downtown business district. So, and they just kind of walk on over. A lot of people walk over. They'll have something, a bite to eat downtown, and then they'll walk over afterwards.
Absolutely, right from the square.
Right from the square there. Yep.
Okay. So it starts at 6. Get there 5, 4. Like, is there a certain time?
The actual band starts at 8.
Okay.
So people can come anywhere between like 4 and 6 to kind of get their spot and hang out, go for a walk beforehand. So
Food trucks usually rolling around 6 then?
Yep.
Okay. Do you have a schedule for next year yet?
Not yet. We're probably going to bring back some of our favorite bands that we've had last year that come every year, just because people are like, we have to have them back. So, but we try to bring in some new ones too. So we're still working on that. We haven't released. We'll release in the early spring.
Where can they get that info?
On our website, cityofberea.org, and we also have a Facebook page, City of Berea. So a lot of people follow us on there as well.
Anything you're hoping to do bigger for next year? Besides all the suggestions that you get from those of us who have no idea the Herculean effort that it takes to probably put something like this on.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'd love to do that, but you have no clue how much that effort that's going to take. Anything that might be reasonable.
I think it would just be fun to make more of like themed nights, So if we have like a yacht rock that comes out, it would be kind of nice or maybe like a luau type theme, and so people would participate in that. I think that would be a huge hit if we did something like that as well.
A country theme for one night.
Country
for one
theme,
of those.
yeah.
Maybe like an 80s hair metal theme one night. Oh yeah, you gotta let me know when that's.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna try to plan something like that. I think that'd be fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, who wouldn't want to come to that?
Yeah.
I think you're my little 13-year-old, my mohawk in the
Right.
Maybe mullet.
Mullet, yeah.
I'll let him choose. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is Jack Frost Festival.
Mm-hmm.
What's the date for that?
That is Saturday, December 3rd this year. You do a tree lighting ceremony at our triangle, our clock tower, and then the festivities come here to Coal Lake afterwards.
So what exactly is the Jack Frost Festival? I know that there's a tree lighting, like you were just saying. What else is involved?
So we start with a parade. We parade around the town, and then at the very end we do a tree lighting ceremony. And what's really cool is we do fireworks off the top of the buildings right there. So they're like really literally on top of the crowd, which is really cool. So we do like a light show on the building, that kind of like an animated Christmas themed light show that goes into the fireworks. And so that kind of kicks off the event. And then people kind of just walk over to Coal Lake. They can visit with Santa. They can see the costume characters. We do hot chocolate and cookies. We have Christmas carolers, all kinds of things.
Beer tent?
Inflatables. No beer tent.
No?
No.
Some really good quote-unquote apple cider?
Yeah, no, unfortunately.
Oh,
I
right.
wish. I wish we can add it for all of our events, but no.
Give me ideas.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure Christmas ale would go up pretty good.
There you go.
Yeah, but most people, I mean, they're looking for something warm. It's a rain or shine event, so if it's snowing, we are still out there. So we like the hot chocolate and coffee things.
That would be
so.
amazing in the snow, though, right? With the fireworks
Yes.
and all that. That
It's
would
pretty
be
magical if it snows during it.
Yeah, that would
it's
be
cool.
fantastic.
Yeah.
In the summertime, Berea in 2018 started a concert series. So on Friday nights, they have different concerts. And it's not just local artists they bring in. They actually, they brought in a band from Georgia. They brought in somebody from Tennessee. There's a Journey band that everybody loves. And so it's places, people that you may not see here locally. They're actually, reaching out and bringing people up for the events. And it started more as a senior thing, but they found that there was a need for everybody to come in different age groups. So that's been really popular in the summertime. And then in the winter, which is one of my favorites, we have the Jack Frost Festival, and Santa comes through. And there's just, like your shop, the 3 Cupcake shop. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's when I had my first.
That was your first three girls.
Yeah. So they had they had a hot chocolate stand set up and stuff that was free for the for residents, and then you could shop at the different shops down on the Triangle, and 3 Cupcakes is open.
Yeah.
So it's delicious. There are actually several bakeries down there. There's La Crepe and Dick's Bakery. Mm-hmm. They're all on the Triangle.
Dick's is good.
Yeah.
Dick's is really good. Yeah, they're known for their date nut cake.
Yeah.
And then, of course, a little bit down the road is Spud Nuts, which you cannot go wrong with Spud Nuts.
I mean, Spud Nuts, it's a potato-based donut. Yeah, they're awesome. So we have that kind of stuff, too. And the other event that Brian talked to her about was, this is just something that, it's at Christmas time. They started a couple years ago. They actually have Santa go through all the neighborhoods in Berea. It is the coolest thing. So you'd literally, for people who can't get out, or, maybe elderly or disabled, or whatever the case is, or you're just at home with your kids, or if you don't have kids, you get to see Santa drive by, and there's a little entourage that goes with them, and they wave and everything. It's so cool. So I feel like Berea has so much to offer, but it's still like that small town feel, Mm-hmm. So tell us a little bit about where you were going on your...
Yeah, and most of these events, like the concerts and stuff, most of it go down at Coe Lake, which I'd say is the centerpiece of Berea. All right, we're here at Coe Lake. Wanted to show you guys some of the views we got over here. Tons of lakes over here in Berea.
Huge lake here. Coe Lake used to be another quarry where they mined for sandstone. Back in the day, they did a lot here. It's the bee's knees, the place to be. And some of the sandstone they used here was actually used to build the Parliament building in Canada. So a little fun fact about Berea and Coe Lake here. Though this area now is also the place to be all year round. People come up here to take pictures. They host weddings and parties. In the summer, every Friday, there's a huge concert and a lot of food trucks, a lot of events. And throughout the rest of the year, they're always hosting events and doing other community activities for everyone to stay involved and enjoy the area.
Coe Lake, right next to the Triangle, where most of the shopping and restaurants that we were talking about are at. And Coe Lake is super cool. I know in the past, I think it was a couple years ago, they redid it and kind of redesigned the area up front there. Mm-hmm. But it's just a lake where a lot of people like to go, kayaking. It's a good place to hang out, nice nature spot.
All right, now we've made our way down to the Coe Lake Trails. You can see in the background, we've got the gazebo that I was talking about, where a lot of people hold their weddings and other great photo opportunities. Now we're down on the trails. This is a great place to walk around, enjoy the day, hike with your dogs, hike with your family. And a lot of people like to use the trails to find their perfect fishing setup as well.
There's a lot of people playing Pokemon Go there, just getting out and about, right?
Yeah.
And at some of these events, they have, the food trucks going on. It's just a really, a good place to hang out, and, a lot of events going on. And look, if you need some peace and quiet, if you need a spot to meditate, that rock right there, that's the spot. Look at this. Unfortunately for me, it's already taken. Tanner's already got it covered. You good up there, Tanner? Also a park there for kids to play at. There's a pool. And then also, there's another lake just right down the road, Wallace Lake. All right, today we're going to be talking about all the outdoor things that Berea, Ohio has to offer. Where we at, Tanner?
Today we are down in the metro parks. We are at Wallace Lake, a local favorite. The great thing about Berea, Ohio, it has a direct connection to the metro parks. And metro parks are a great area to run, hike, walk, and explore all times of the year and enjoy. So let's go check it out.
Yeah, let's take a look this way. Bunch of nature. You guys could kayak, fish. In the summertime, there's plenty of people here. There's actually more people here than I thought there would be.
There's a lot of people still enjoying the day, going fishing. We saw some people golfing. A lot of people like to come up here and play catch. There's a horse and carriage over there giving tours of the city right now. It's a great place to be outside all times of the day.
Yeah, my favorite spot in Berea. I come here probably far too often. My nice little getaway spot. But plenty of space. You got a dude golfing over there. Plenty outdoor space. You could have little events here, cookouts, picnic tables everywhere. In the summertime, again, bunch of dogs running around.
The lake he just showed you, which we said was Wallace Lake, used to actually be a quarry because Berea was a sandstone mining town, and that's what they're most known for, is mining sandstone and grindstone. But that is another unique fun fact about Berea, is the quarries that we have to offer.
So Berea is kind of known for the duo lakes there. And Wallace Lake's a little bit more nature focused, right? Metro Park vibe to it. And there's a lot of walking paths, more cookouts going on. There's volleyball courts. So we're over by the parking lot in the main picnic area. We got some volleyball courts over here. There's like a little baseball field. You could play baseball, kickball. What's this place, Tanner?
This place is a nice pavilion, the cafe. In the summer, they have a lot of sweet treats to offer and desserts. Keep you cool on those hot summer days and keep you full when you're out on the beach enjoying the days.
Oh, yeah. We got a little beach action up here, too. Plenty of people swimming. You got a lifeguard out there in the summertime. A lot of just open land, nature, scenery. So those are the two that I checked out. And me personally, I go to Wallace Lake all the time because I'm a nature guy. I like to get out in nature, once a week, every 2 weeks. Take a walk, do something with friends, go play volleyball. And then one other thing I checked out is, and we know the Browns training camp is right in Berea off of Front Street, which is pretty cool in the summertime. A lot of people, you can go there and it's a great place to be. You could see all the players training. You could see some of their cool cars out front. And it's awesome to have that in the city as well.
I agree. Yeah. And that's by a street called Depot Street. It's on the other side of Front Street. There's two sides to it. And Depot Street just popped into my head. There's a little restaurant. It's the Depot that is actually all built from sandstone. It was an old train station in the 1800s, and they turned it into a restaurant. So it's really cool, too, if you guys have not been there yet.
I've seen it, but I've never been in there. I've heard good things about it.
Well, it's the old Puffer Belly, and I'm going back. But now, yeah, it's a really neat place. So also, I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the community things we have, and that's some things that I didn't even know. But for your seniors especially, there are so many neat things that Berea offers. So they have something called Dinner to Your Door. It's $6 a piece, and volunteers basically deliver meals to folks who order this, and it's put on Grindstone Tap House in Berea. They actually prepare the meals, and there's a protein, a starch, a vegetable, and a fruit cup, and a dessert for $6. And you can get it 6 days a week. So they deliver Monday through Friday from 1:30 to 3:30. And then if you order for Saturday, they deliver that on Friday too. They just ask, you have to put an ice pack out if they're not. Anyway, but I think it's a really nice way to volunteer if it's something that you wanted to do, get involved in with Berea. I just think it's really nice for folks, and they don't have to cook then. We also have a veterans outreach program. So I didn't realize this, but 16% of the population in Berea are veterans.
Wow.
That's a pretty good amount, I think. So there are some different outreach programs we have with them, but for them, and apparently, and I didn't know this either. So on East Bridge Street, there's a gentleman, a chaplain that takes care of some of the outreach things that they offer for veterans who have like PTSD or, and there's all kinds of things, substance abuse, housing things where people, don't have housing and money management struggles, those kinds of things. So they help with that. But we have, which I don't know if you guys went and did any video here, but Post 91 is the American Legion, and that's at the end of Adams Street. It's right on Coal Lake. It is beautiful. What a nice place. And the upstairs, if you remember, you can rent the upstairs. That's another thing I wanted to mention. Berea has tons of space where you can rent, or it's free if you bring a group. So if you have group meetings for anything, there are a lot of places, and you could ask us if somebody has a question about that. There's also a VFW hall on North Rocky River Drive. And those places always do volunteer things too. So if you want to get involved in the community, we have a Rotary Club, Kiwanis, Chamber of Commerce. There are tons of places to get involved and volunteer. We have all those major clubs. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about was the seniors. They have senior wheels where they actually will give you, it's residents for at least 60 years old or disabled or eligible to use the senior wheels. And basically what they do is they, for $1 to $3, they will take you to do your banking, doctor's visits. They go to Walmart in Strongsville once every certain length of time. I forget what it is, if it's Tuesdays, I think. But, for $1 to $3, you can get a ride. They come and pick you up and take you, and I think that's nice, too. The other thing I have is, so they also do snow and leaf pickup. Mm-hmm. They do your, like if it's the snow, if it's 3 inches or more. And again, this is on a volunteer basis too. So somebody would have to be volunteering. They've got a ton of volunteers that do this, but they will do your driveway. They'll do the leaves one time through the season for you. So some things that, maybe interest seniors. And you guys are familiar with the homestead exemption.
Right.
So if you're 65 or older, you can get a discount on your property taxes, which, we'd all be happy to help someone with if they need it. But also, there's some other resources that are helpful. And I just mention this because it's in Cuyahoga County. There's only 3 cities in Cuyahoga County that this does not touch on. And it's a help program, and it allows homeowners in Cuyahoga communities to borrow for repair or remodeling homes at 3% below whatever the interest rate is. Mm-hmm. But they have some programs, I bring that up because they have some designated just to seniors as well. So the county, there's a couple different programs at the county where if you need repairs or help with repairs, they have volunteers to do that too. So that's what I had on community. So anything else that you guys found on your outings?
No, going back to the food stuff, I know there's a lot of good food places in Berea. We're doing a segment called Hidden Gems. So finding a certain spot in the city that's kind of a hidden gem that the food's actually really good and we kind of want to showcase. So where we checked out was Boss Chick Beer right on Front Street. Have you guys been there?
Yes. It was delicious.
Yeah, I know Kevin and I checked it out this past week.
Is it Boss Chick Beer or Boss Chicken Beer?
Just a good question. I think it's Boss Chick.
I think it's Boss Chick.
Boss Chick Beer.
Boss Chick and
beer.
Boss Chick and beer.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Sorry about that.
Chicken beer.
Boss Chicken Beer. No, they don't have chicken beer. They have wings, different style of wings, cauliflower wings, a bunch of different sides that a wing shop would have. It's a small place. And they have a lot of different types of beers you can try there. So what I tried was the cauliflower wings. I love cauliflower wings. Tanner, Kevin, and I checked it out. We split an 8-pack of the mild cauliflower wings. Those things were huge, and they were delicious. I'll tell you that.
Well, I had this very interesting thing. It was a baked sweet potato with an avocado salad on top. It was delicious. Delicious and healthy. John had wings, I think. Yeah, my husband, John.
There you go.
He's in the corner. But anyway, it was really, yeah, so that building on Front Street has only been there about 4.5 years, and actually above it is all student housing. You know, I feel like Berea really, I think they really just try and keep the community going with new innovative things. We've got a really, I think, is a good mayor. He tries to keep things on track and keep us on trend with things. One of the things they're also looking at is Wi-Fi for the city, free Wi-Fi for the city.
Really?
Which would be so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with BW there. I mean, all the kids are walking everywhere. It's a really walkable city too.
It is
Wait, for the whole city?
The whole city.
Do any other cities do that, or am I just blind to that?
I don't know. I read it in our newsletter. So I think that would be really cool.
That would be sweet.
To have. So I think they, in the metro parks being right here, I mean, so many places you can walk down. Cafe Aroma, did you guys go through by Cafe Aroma?
I've been there plenty of times.
Yeah.
I love that place.
So
breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah, I know. Breakfast sandwiches are so good. Plus, you can sit outside right there. We have Giant Eagle. We have a couple of different a Dollar Tree, a Dollar General. So we have just tons of stuff here, Maya.
So guys, right now I just pulled into one of my favorite plazas in Berea, and it's for this shop right here. It's called Ross Wine and Liquor, one of the best liquor stores. They have high-end stuff. One of the highest end I've seen in the area. I'm here way more often than I'd like to admit. Also, Maya Mexican restaurant, one of the best Mexican restaurants I've ever eaten at. Granted, I haven't eaten that much, but it's super good and very local. There's only one of them. And here's the rest of the plaza. A lot of franchises around here. Up in the plaza, there's more of like strip shops. There's a McDonald's right here. And of course, there's some smoke shops and smaller little companies over here, which is really nice. All local, minus McDonald's.
Maya's
Everything
delicious.
you need. Maya, you have Ghost Pepper. Ghost Pepper just opened up, and I haven't tried it yet, but I heard it's super good. All right, guys, and our final stop in Berea is closer to Olmsted Falls. If you go west on Bagley, closer to Olmsted Falls, but still in Berea. And if you know me, you know I got to talk about the gyms. Powerhouse Gym in Berea. It's the one I go to personally. It's one of the better old school gyms that I've seen. Know the owners, everyone's super personable there, very friendly, very good environment. They just opened up this called Ghost Pepper. It's a Mexican restaurant. I believe they base all of their foods off of the Ghost Pepper. I haven't been there personally, but I'm dying to go. I just haven't been able to make it out by the time they close. And then also you have Suds McGuire's right here. Bar and Grill. It's a super local pub. They have, I believe, live music Friday and Saturday, and some nights when I'm here at the gym, I can't even find a parking spot. That's how packed it is. It's a super nice local attraction, really big main event. So definitely come check this out if you're in Berea, Olmsted Falls area, right around this area. You're gonna love it.
I heard it's really
Mexican
good
restaurant.
too.
It's like a speakeasy type of deal next to Suds McGuire's. I think it used to be Suds like party room or something. Then they turned it into a taco and tequila joint. It's really good.
Yeah, and they're building a Taco Bell right in front of it.
Yeah, right on that graveyard. Nah, I don't think it's on the graveyard. Because I go to that Powerhouse Gym all the time, and I was looking at it, and I was like, there's no way they're building on top of a graveyard.
Nah,
They're not.
It's in the front of it.
Yeah, it's in front.
So I think that's about what we have, right, for our Berea review.
Yeah, welcome to Berea, guys.
Welcome to Berea.
Yeah, I think we're gonna pop up some information on the screen right now about the housing. We like to talk about houses sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On occasion, it's a good practice.
Sometimes, yeah. It's okay.
So, well, thanks for joining us today, everybody.
Thank you guys for watching, and this has been the first episode of the CLE Experience. Take it easy.
Peace.